name is Minty, and I'm your host of Virtual Sunday School today. I'm one of Santa's elves, and I'm here from the North Pole to make some special cupcakes with you. And I've brought my friend Chippy along. Come on over, Chippy.
Hello.
Here's Chippy. He's my friend, and we love making sugary treats, don't we, Chippy?
We do.
They are so good at Christmas time. And we're going to teach you how to make some crazy snowman cupcakes using lots of different ingredients, including marshmallows. So we'll get started in just a minute, and you might want to cook along with us. And if you do, you'll need some ingredients. So we're going to go over to our ingredients so you can see what we're going to be using today. So everybody, you can see that the counter here is full of lots of different ingredients to make our special snowman cupcakes. Oh look, Chippy, I see a little quote here. It's perfect. Do you see this? Can you read it for me, Chippy?
A kind heart gives a helping hand.
A kind heart gives a helping hand. That's perfect for baking because part of baking means working together and helping each other when you're working as a team. So I'm going to let you know what kind of ingredients you'll need, and you probably will have the recipe at home because it was sent to your family, and if not, then you can Google it, and I'll put it up on you'll see it right here, the link, and you could Google it now a minute and follow along. So the recipe calls for a number of things to make the actual cupcakes. We need 2 eggs, we need some oil, some olive oil or another type of cooking oil. We need salt, sugar, flour, we have our flour in this container, vanilla, cocoa powder, baking powder, and some kind of milk. So that's to make the actual cupcakes, which we'll do first. And then when you're decorating our snowman cupcakes, you'll need these ingredients. You all have your cupcake shapes that were sent home, the little cups that you were given with your Advent kit. And then you'll need something for your snowmen, so some marshmallows, and these are just regular size marshmallows. We decided to save some time to use pre-made frosting, but you could make frosting from the recipe that's given. Some kind of decorating icing. We have some chocolate decorating icing, or you could use some black color for the eyes and for the mouth of your snowman. And then we've got some little mini Smarties for the buttons of the snowman. And I got some orange gumdrops. So we're gonna cut those into the little noses of the snowman. So that's what you need for ingredients, and we're gonna get started here. So these are what our cupcakes are going to look like. And the first thing that we need to do when you're getting ready to make anything to bake is we have to preheat the oven. Chippy, do you remember what the temperature is we have to preheat?
350.
350. There you go. So we've preheated our oven, and now we're going to start mixing our ingredients together. So the first thing we need to do is we need to mix up some of the wet ingredients. So the first thing we can do is get our eggs. There's 2 eggs we have. Chippy, will you get the eggs? There we go. And we can crack those into the bowl. Chippy's really good at cracking eggs. had lots and lots of practice at this. There we go. I'm going to show you what that looks like. Can you bring the eggs over here, Chippy? There they are. Okay, we're going to whisk them up. I'll grab you a whisk. Do you have a whisk over there?
No.
All right. I'm going to get you a whisk. Here you go. All right, so Chippy's going to whisk those up. And then we're going to add, after that, we're going to add our sugar and oil and vanilla extract. So sugar, we need 1 cup of sugar. So we've got some measuring cups over there. Grab one of these. How's it looking? Okay, we're gonna whisk up the sugar in the bowl as well. Here, do you wanna take the camera there? And we're gonna measure up some sugar. I'm gonna put 1 cup of sugar in the bowl. All right, there's our sugar. All right, and do you want to mix that up, Chippy, or do you want me to?
You can mix it up.
All right. So I hope everybody's having fun getting ready for Christmas at their house. And this is a fun thing you can do. You can bake together this Christmas because, you know, it's not the chance to go as many places this Christmas. So you can make some nice treats, and you could bring them around to your neighbor's house or your family that you can't see in person, and you can leave them there as a special treat. There's lots of things you can do. Okay, we've mixed that up nicely. And then we need the vanilla. So I'm gonna grab the vanilla and grab my measuring spoons. And it says here we need, let's see, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. That's great because I love vanilla, so I'm happy to put 2 teaspoons. All right, so 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And I'm gonna let you mix that, Chippy, while I measure out the next ingredient. And we need 1/3 a cup of oil. All right, our cooking and filming skills aren't necessarily the best, but we're doing our best here. Okay, so I'm measuring out 1/3 of oil. I think that's what the recipe said. Do you want to just go check that, Chippy? 1/3 of a cup of oil.
Yep.
All right, there we go. I'm gonna pour that in. Nice, okay. Make sure it's all in there. Alrighty. What's your favorite kind of treat, Chippy?
I personally like brownies.
Oh yeah, brownies are awesome too. And you know what? You could make chocolate cupcakes if you wanted with this. You can make all kinds I guess these are chocolate cupcakes actually. You can make vanilla cupcakes, I mean. But chocolate cupcakes are a little bit like brownies. You could make candy cane cupcakes. You can make different kinds of cupcakes. This is just the basic recipe. Okay, so we gotta check out our recipe again and see what's next. So after that you've mixed that, then we stir in the milk and then add the rest of the ingredients. So we need 1/2 cup of milk. Can you measure that out, Chippy? Chippy, that chip on his shoulder. Half a cup. Maybe.
I think that's about half a cup.
Okay, yeah, it should say it on the inside. Yeah, that looks good. Half a cup. Hope things are going well at home there. If you're measuring along with us, we're taking it nice and slow so you can keep up. All right, milk is being stirred in. And then the rest of the ingredients: flour, cocoa powder, baking soda, salt. Okay, and mix just to combine, but don't overmix. That's what it says. So we're gonna start with the flour. So we need 3/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour. All right, can you grab me one of the, yeah, that's the one. And it's a 3/4 cup. Could you hold the camera there, Chippy?
Yep.
Thank you. So 3/4 of a cup. Looks good. Add this. Okay, I'm gonna start mixing this in. Just a little bit. It says just enough. Okay, and then we need our cocoa powder. Now you can show them that mix. And then we need 2/3 of a cup of cocoa powder. So here's our cocoa powder. And we need 2/3 of a cup. So I'm gonna use this one we used before, but I'll dry it off so it doesn't stick to the water. And we do 2/3 of a cup of cocoa powder. This is what makes the cupcakes chocolate. Oops. A little bit more went in, but that's okay. They'll be extra chocolatey. I'm gonna just press out the cocoa a little bit so it doesn't get too chunky. All the little pieces flattened out. You could use a sifter for this if you really wanted to. We're not gonna worry about it too much because we have lots of presents to wrap and toys to make. So we're gonna be as quick as we can. Got this cocoa. You want to see what's next on the list, Chippy?
Alright, it says, have we gotten the salt yet?
Is that after cocoa powder?
Oh sorry, 1 teaspoon of baking powder.
Baking powder. Okay. I'll measure that out. Do you want to keep stirring here,
Yep.
Chippy? All right. So, all right. So, 1 teaspoon baking powder and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So 1 teaspoon of baking powder. All right, do you want to hold the camera?
Yep.
1 teaspoon baking powder. That in. And 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. These are gonna be good cupcakes. Okay, stir that up. we have all the ingredients. Is that all the ingredients?
Let me just double check.
Okay.
Let's go through a check here. All-purpose flour,
Check.
cocoa powder, baking powder,
Check.
salt,
Yep.
eggs,
Yep.
sugar,
Yep.
vegetable oil,
Yep.
milk,
Yep.
and pure vanilla extract.
Yeah, we got it all. So I'm just taking our little spatula here and just making sure we've got all of the flour off the bottom of the bowl. All right, and then we're going to pour our cupcakes. So, add any more. Okay, and all right, you can use whatever you want for to help you with this. All right. So, can you get our cupcake containers, Chippy?
Sure.
Let's see. Where are they? Okay, we found our cupcake holders. So Chippy is going to put those into our cupcake pan. Nice. All right. There we go. And then we're going to pour our cupcake batter into the cupcake holders. Do you want to hold the camera and I'll do that?
Sure.
Okay. So you can do this in different ways. I think I'll get, actually, I like to use ice cream scoop. I find that that's kind of a nice size for cupcakes, but you can use whatever you normally use at home. All right. And you can fill them till they're about half to 3/4 of the way filled. So I would suggest starting with half filled and then getting them all 12 filled, and then you can see how much you have left. Okay, here we have our filled cupcake cups, and we're going to put them into the oven now. So we're going to open up the oven. It has been preheating, and we're going to stick them in there, and they're going to bake. And does it say how long they have to bake for, Chippy?
It says bake for 18 to 20 minutes.
All right.
Or until a toothpick comes out.
All right, 18 to 20 minutes or until the toothpick comes out clean. Now, our stove tends to cook a little bit hot, so I'm gonna put in 16 minutes and then check on them after 16. Except for we won't put the microwave on. So, timer 16, it's hard to talk and do these things at the same time. So there we go, it's gonna be 16 minutes. So we will get back to you in about 16 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna check on the cupcakes, Chip, and see if they're ready here. They're looking ready. I'm gonna take a toothpick and put them in to see, and yeah, look, toothpick is clean, so we can take these out and cool them off and get ready to ice our cupcakes. They smell awesome. Hope yours do too. Okay, everybody, as you can see, we've got our cupcakes. They're all done, and I'll show you the plate in a minute. There's just a couple things we want to show you. First of all, we're gonna ice them. So I'm gonna show you the icing that we've chosen. It's whipped icing, and it's Betty Crocker. But like I said, you're welcome to make the recipe they give you, because buttercream icing is the best icing out there. But like I said, we've got lots of toys to make and presents to wrap, so we're just gonna use this one. And then if you have an icing bag, you can use something like this, or something that I've used before is just a little plastic, disposable plastic bag. And what you want to do is you want to cut a little hole in it, and this has to be the smallest hole possible, because this is what we're going to make the eyes out of. So just a tiny, tiny hole at the end, so that we can make the little dots for the eyes. Like that. And then I'm going to put in our icing for the eyes. So like I said, I have like a chocolate icing, but you can use like a licorice icing or just a black icing. So I put that in the bag there. So get that ready. And then when it comes out really, really narrow. And then we can start icing our snowman. So, one other thing that we're gonna use is some gumdrops for the noses, and I'll show you how we're gonna do that in just a minute. So let's start by icing the cupcakes. Jack, I'm gonna put a close-up view of this. I'm gonna switch it around here. Okay, Chippy is going to hold the camera for me while I start icing our cupcakes. So, basically, I just use a knife. You can use whatever you like to get the icing on. But you want to put some snow on your cupcake to look like the bottom of the snowman. All right, and then we want to put the snowman's head on like that. Okay, and if you want, you can always put the eyes on before. Just pause. We're just gonna put some eyes on, right like that. Oh, he's crying. All right. Sad little snowman. Oh, and he's crying again. What happened there? But anyways, and then we'll put the mouth. You could do this to your marshmallow before you put it on the cupcake. Maybe we'll try that next time. Okay, and then what we want to do is we want to cut a gumdrop. These are my kitchen scissors, so I'm just going to use the kitchen scissors for this, or you can use a knife if you want. But the idea is you want to make a little triangle with your gumdrops, and then you can put it in your snowman like a carrot for his nose. So you just want to shape it so that it can go right there. Sorry, in the middle of his face. Might be easier to put the nose on before the mouth. We'll try that next time. Sometimes these things are trial and error. So I'm gonna turn him around. Well, actually, you know what? Before we move on, we're gonna put his buttons on. Okay, Chippy? So we've got his little buttons made out of mini Smarties. And then I'm just gonna put his arms on. His stick arms. I have a feeling Chippy will be eating this cupcake. very soon. And we're going to, I'm just going to fix his mouth. Oops. There a minute. It might be easier to do this, like I said, before you put it on your snowman. But you get the idea. So there's our little snowman. And you know what? You can do some other stuff. Like you can make a little hat for your snowman if you wanted to. Put some more icing on top and then put some decorations on top. Let's try that. So there we go. He's got a little toque. And we'll put a little pom-pom on his toque. So anyways, there's lots of things you can do with your snowman. And I hope you enjoy making your cupcakes. It was really fun to do this with you. And like I said, baking this year, you can do tons of it and then drop it off for your friends or your loved ones wherever they are. Okay, so I want to say goodbye and thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.